Mary Gunn of Mary Gunn Fun, founder and head professor of Fun University, and your intrepid hostess of Craft Roulette. Welcome to episode 48. Oh, yay, 48. I should be 48. It was so long ago. But the year has gone really fast here on Friday nights. We've made some great friends, and I see a bunch of you right here tonight, and that means so much to me, guys. I was laughing because Sharon posted in the Craft Roulette Challenge group earlier. It's 6:30 somewhere. Can't we get this going? So we're getting it going. And I saw Janet we have a starter car, and I haven't seen her today, Jackie. Okay, Jackie is here. Good, we can start. And then we have had more fun getting to know you guys and getting to know our guest crafters. We have a new guest crafter tonight from Canada. Let's bring her on. Her name is Candice Richardson from Candoodle Creations. Yay!
Hello. Oh, that's fun. I want this applause when I come onto my Zoom meetings too.
I think we should all get applause every time we wake up in the morning. That should be an alarm clock. Yay! You're awake. I'm so glad the world is ready for you.
See,
Come
but then
on, let's go. I think I could use it.
But then I might not like applause anymore.
Oh, well, maybe it could have a adverse effect. Welcome to Craft Roulette, Candace. We're glad to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. Do you have a shout out to your friends or anything just thank them for being here and giving you applause?
Thank you. Crafting people are the best people, but I also see some of my, I don't want to say real life friends as if they're all my friends, but it's nice that my worlds are colliding.
I have non-crafting friends, and I appreciate them.
That's the appropriate
non-crafting.
Term.
My mother was a
term I'm looking
non-crafter.
for.
I called my mother an anti-craft because she was so against craft. She just couldn't deal with it. So, and I liked her very much. So I have non-crafting friends, and I appreciate them because it's good not to just talk about shop all the time, even though I tend to talk about shop all the time. But it's nice to have some other interests at the same time and learn that there's a world outside of crafting, just so I can come back really fast. Tell us about you.
I love it.
You are a busy, busy girl. Oh my gosh, you guys. This girl gets it done. If you want something done, ask her, because you always want to ask a busy person. So Candace, tell us about where you live, what you do.
So I live in Canada, Toronto-ish, let's call it, because we all say we're from Toronto, but we're 90% of us aren't. But if you live within like a 3-hour radius, you just kind of say that. But I'm within the 1-hour radius. And so, yeah, I live here. I just finished school, although I'm not emotionally done with school yet, or physically for that matter. I did my undergrad and then I did my master's, and now this year is my gap year. And I'm kind of at a loss with myself and what the heck I'm doing. So I'm hoping to go back is the game plan, but I've had a lot more time for crafting this year.
You're emotionally connected because you're just you're not done. You're just at a,
yes.
Oh, let's pause and see if we get to the next level of education. She's just finished her degree this summer, right? In public master's degree in public health.
Graduating from a public health master's in the midst of a global pandemic. That was good timing.
Well, it is a kind of a unique choice.
And it was funny because when I started school, everybody was like, "What's public health?" And I always had to really explain. And now people hear public health, they're like, "Oh, you people," because that's all it's on TV with all the guidelines and everything. So we went from one extreme to the other pretty quickly, but it's definitely, it's a huge field, and I think we can all attest to how important it is in today's day and age.
Yeah, it's great. You
and
probably can fit right in.
The crafty side.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, and then the crafty side, the crafty side of me. Well, I work in the healthcare field. I do direct client support on a mental health helpline, and then I do research as well. And then between those two jobs is probably more than full time, but I was like, let's throw some crafting stuff on top of this as well, because I need that in my life to stay sane. And so I started card making probably in 2017, I think. I like scrolled back in my Instagram feed, which it it was a gateway. Calligraphy was my gateway drug into card making. So yeah, and I've been doing it ever since. I haven't looked back.
You are our first calligrapher gateway drug. Everybody else has been in heat embossing or Cricut. That's
yes. And it's interesting because heat embossing and the Cricut are two very big things in calligraphy, because you start learning how to do them, and then of course you have to start collecting all the different pens and the markers, and there's this and that, the other, and then there's like the sticky pens. It's like a Versamark pen, and you can heat emboss what you've wrote. So heat embossing was a little bit of a gateway as well.
I have one of those laying around here somewhere. One that I just wrote fun, and just because I wanted to test it. And it's black paper with bright blue heat embossed. It's really cute. But
heat embossing it's like watching magic.
It is. It is. It's just
that's my favorite thing to show my non-crafty friends.
You too can do this.
Get them in.
Yep. It is a gateway drug. It truly is. Crafty Owl's here. Crafty Owl was with me earlier this week on our first episode of Cut the Crap and Create. So it's fun to have her here. She's also been in your seat right now. So she's
she has.
She'll just give you some real encouragement and go get 'em, girl kind of things.
And she was on the craft bowl too. That was a good one.
She had the big black things under her eyes. And then I noticed on the Super Bowl that they copied Crafty Owl and had black things under their eyes, just like Crafty Owl. She's such a trendsetter.
She's a hipster.
Yes, she is. All right. So you have a long history, however, I think, of crafting. Not just card making.
I do.
It goes back beyond card making. So tell us a little bit about all your little disciplines.
Yeah. So I'm the epitome of jack of all trades, master of none. That's how I roll. So my mom taught me to knit and crochet when I was 4, because she was doing it and she probably wanted me and my sister out of her hair so she would have 3 seconds. So the easiest way was to teach us how to do it. So I did that, and I still knit now. I just don't have as much time for it. And, card making, I found that and couldn't stop. But I was actually telling Mary earlier when we were chatting before this that my first, like, quote unquote, real job, like, of course, outside of the family and babysitting and that, was I actually taught kids pottery classes, which is like super weird, I know. But when I started high school, I took a pottery class at our like community art studio, just in our community center, because I was looking for something to do, thought it was new and different. So I started when I was probably like 14-ish. And then by the time I was 16, they let me into the adult class. And then I ended up teaching first the little ones, like the 5 to 10s. And then I taught the wheel classes after that, the kids ones, which wheel is very difficult. Like you see pottery wheel and it's like very glamorized and people think of ghosts and it's like, and let me tell you, it is not that eloquent. It is very challenging.
Takes a lot of strength.
It's very hard. And especially when you have little hands, like with the kids, it was super hard to be able to, like, I have small hands. So if anybody was going to teach them, it was probably best that it was me. But sometimes if they were struggling too, we'd have all 4 of our little hands on there. And it was a lot of crowding.
4-hand studio, though, that would be
super fun.
That would be a really good pottery teaching or a shop. 4-hand pottery.
Yeah.
It'd be really good.
Yeah, it's super fun. So I actually did that like all the way through university, until the studio ended up like kind of changing ownerships, and then the pottery piece was out. Yeah. And then school was getting more hectic at that time. So it was a natural thing, but it was super, super fun. And I definitely want to get back into it one of these days. And I've done other stuff as time was going on. People in the pottery class, some of the women started making their clay pieces into jewelry. So I was like, this sounds awesome. I want to learn jewelry. And the store nearby, if you bought the stuff there, they taught you like free classes. So then I fell into jewelry, and then calligraphy was after that, and then card making. And yeah, so my parents drew the line with putting a kiln in the house, which is why the pottery stopped. They were like, we are not putting an oven that gets up to 4,000 degrees. That is where we are drawing the line.
They're smart people, I can tell.
Yes.
That's kilns freak me out. They just freak me out.
And you actually have to get like special zoning and stuff too.
I bet.
Because, well, rightly so. They don't want you just burning down the neighborhood. That would be bad.
Yeah, not a real friendly thing to set up for your neighbors. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, are you tired already listening to all the things she's already done? She's not even in her 30s yet. I mean, it's okay though. I told you guys, I've been telling you for weeks, she's real interesting. I kept introducing or doing the schedule of upcoming guests. And I say, and we've got a real interesting young lady coming in on this week, and I think you're going to enjoy her. I know we're going to enjoy her.
That's fun.
What kind of crafter do you think you are then? How would you label yourself? Give us some adjectives.
I'm a smorgasbord.
Okay.
Does a smorgasbord count?
That it definitely is a category.
Yeah, I think I'm a little all over the place because sometimes I am clean and simple, and then other times I'm elaborate and interactive and everything in between. So I don't necessarily know if that's me not knowing my style or finding it yet, or if it's me just liking all the stuff.
It's a Da Vinci thing. He did sketches, he did frescoes, he did sculpture. It doesn't mean he knew who he was. You do too. He probably didn't know until he was 26.
I'm just a lot of things.
You've got another year.
Yeah, hey, I'll be 26 in 2 days. What day is it?
You only have 2 days.
Soon. Yeah, I got 2 days to figure it out.
But after that, it's gonna be. You'll be the Renaissance woman of 2021. It's good. Yep. See, somebody else, Allison, said you were a Renaissance woman. It's confirmed.
Love it.
Very good. All right. Well, are you excited about the wheel? We're excited to have you.
I am.
It's pretty fun.
I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, but
yeah,
I'm excited.
I am too. Especially that moment right before we spin, because I realized that I'm just putting everything out there, and all of a sudden I go, I could really just fall on my face, and then I realize, who cares? It happens sometimes. I've made some ugly stuff on this show, and I keep coming back, so it's okay.
Yeah.
My guests don't. They seem to be able to do just fine, but there are times that I've just gone, sister, I don't know what you're thinking, but to myself, and well, maybe next week will be a better day. So anyway, well, okay, tell you what, we're going to go ahead. You keep your camera right where you are, and we're going to go ahead and do our video on what is Craft Roulette, and then we're going to do our slideshow, and I am going to zip my lip because we have a new spin-off show where I do lots and lots of talking about each and every submission the week before. And so if you want to see that, you can go to the youtube.com/craftroulette. Craft Roulette, that's it. And you can watch those videos. Last week we talked, well, you'll see, they're 6x6s, and it's actually a lot of good ideas because 6x6s you don't see that often. So anyway, let's go and do this part. We'll be right back with you in a few minutes, ma'am. Thank you. Welcome.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on Facebook.com/MaryGunFun and archived on YouTube.com/CraftRoulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfun.com's weekly episode blog, and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
And that's what we do right here on Craft Roulette. On the Facebook page, we do it Friday night Central Standard Time. We also come back on Saturday at noon Central Standard Time for a premiere replay on YouTube, the Craft Roulette channel. We say the same thing there as we say here, so if you miss something here, you can go there. And there's a live chat, and I'm always there just to see what's going on. Anyway, oh, there you go. There's the little link right there. Craft Roulette is kind of a fun little challenge. People have really enjoyed it, and we are having a lot of fun with lots of nice people. Last week, you see the project right there was a 6x6 card, which is kind of an interesting choice, which was made by our guest crafter, Carrie from Miss Carrie's Creations. Colors were pastel, which I'm ready for because it's almost spring. The element was really a wide kind of open thing. It was best friends. So it was, oftentimes they'll have like a snowman, snowflake, wreath, something tangible like that, but best friends. And there's lots of really cool interpretations. And then the kind of a weirdo thing was the metallic or foil paper with the pastels. But I'm telling you, it didn't stump anybody. We got lots and lots of cards to look at, and I'm going to zip my lip now. This is the card I made during the show. This is our contributor map. Look at that. Look how many fun friends we have all over. Ecuador, say hello. I saw you in there, Maria. Sweden, Christina's still up. I don't know if Vicky's here from England or not, but we're always glad to have our friends all over. And then, of course, Canada and the United States. We love you all. Thank you so much. Let's see some cards. Miss Carrie made this really stinking cute card. I'm not going to talk about it. I talked about it on the show. This is really hard for me, you guys. Okay, I'm going to be quiet. Miss Carrie was great. So cute, Stephanie. Thank you. First submission. Bonnie. Oh, cute pets. I love them. Thank you. TR. So pretty. So pretty and soft. Again, these are all talked about on the submission or the contributor submission board. Claire, so cute. Heather, I got a nice card from Heather. I'll show you later. Bitty Penny, that was very elegant. Pretty. Michelle from New Zealand, so sweet. That squirrel. Kathy did something funny. Love it. Jackie, such pretty soft colors. Thank you. There's Vicky. So cute. This has a story. You should watch the show. Patty Beck, 43rd submission. We're real proud of her to have her in our group. In a row. That's in a row. This is only 48 for our episode. So she has been with us and supporting us for a long time. Sue Brooke. So pretty. Very elegant. Hilda L. She's a good friend. In California, look at those cute girls. Jennifer is supposed to be here tonight with her friend James. I want to welcome you, James, if you're here with her. Thank you. Sandy. There we are, right at our mask, our messy desks. Love it. Lisa. So sweet. Alyssa, our little artsy girl. So fun. I know you're here looking young because you laugh a lot. Melissa, this one cracks me up. You guys got to look at this one on craftroulette.live. It's adorable. Vicky, I got a card from you today too. I'll show you later. Such a cute, fun card. Rose is here from Arizona. I like it, Rose. I don't care what you say. I like it. Thank you. Christina from Sweden. I like this one too. Turtles pulling in their shell, making up their fantasies. That was last week. Lena Marie, I know you're here. You made me laugh. You said you were with your grumpy old husband. I almost cracked up before the show started. Susan Smurf Murphy. I love these girls. They're so cute. You did a great job. Rochelle Castle was... Darling, makes me so hungry. Thank you. Jackie Rippey. She's also a longtime contributor to Craft Roulette. Cute card. Love the way she fit in metallics. Linda made a beautiful card. So pretty. I like how you colored it too. Amanda, Northwest Territories. Does ink freeze up there? I don't know. That's so cute. Thank you for joining us for submission. We're glad to have you. Christina from Ecuador. Use that cute little stamp 2 weeks in a row, and I like that you're getting use out of it. Cute quilt. Sounds good and warm. Maylin, you're here tonight. Look at your cute card. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for bringing her and helping her be a crafter. I appreciate you guys. Judy G, I hope you're still here. I hope you can stay for the whole show. Cute little card. Kathy still has snow. Such a pretty card. Beautiful. Vicki Logan's here with her little bugs. They're so cute. Vicki. Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis, I got a nice package in the mail from you too. So much fun. This is a hilarious card. I'm going to show you some more of that later. Buell from Sweden. So sweet card. Such a sweet card. Love it. Denise had her first submission. I totally love this card. It's so clever to work in that metallic foil. Well done, girl. Thank you, and welcome to Craft Roulette. Mary Neighbor from Montana. I bet it's cold up there. Beautiful card as usual, Miss Mary. 23rd submission. What a girl. Love having you. Jamie W. from Wichita sent in her first submission. Well done. It's the hardest one. We love having you here. So cute a girl. Little cutie. Dawn from Stevens Point. Very, very pretty. Nice craftsmanship. Brenda from Utah. I still like it, Brenda, even if you said so that you weren't so crazy about it. I still think it's a good card. Thank you for joining us. Carol Lee went to the beach and back. She loves you to the beach and back. Such a fun way to pull lots of things together. Thank you, Carol Lee. Kim from Northwest Territories again. I know that that's going to get cold fast. Thank you for joining us. It's fun to have you. Angela sent in beautiful set cards. So pretty. Isn't this quite the display? Oh my goodness. Anna Miller from Alberta sent in this pretty card. I mentioned I love that calico. It's so pretty. Gorgeous little butterflies. Thank you. Jennifer sent in her first submission, and welcome to the card making family. You're new to this, and I'm just glad that you're here. So glad. Thank you for sending a card in, and we look forward to seeing you often. Wendy J. and her dad were watching. I love this. Fred did the card on the right. She did the card on the left. Fred is 72. Welcome. And we're glad to have you guys. Stacy from Montana sent in this pretty. So pretty colors and the ideas, the layouts. The design was already designed, but made it a little more easy. And Sue brought in the last card with a real beauty. Thank you, Sue. And Sue's been around for a long time, too. We really appreciate you all. That's all, folks. Good cards, huh? I think so. We did have a design already for the 6x6, and so you will see the same design, but it will be twisted and interpreted. Craft Roulette is not a step-by-step. It's not a lesson. It's not a teaching thing. We are just experiencing the joy of creativity using paper, stamps, inks, whatever we have, and in a card format for the most part. So we just have a good time experiencing each other, having some ideas to bounce off each other, and playing. Well, looky who's there. Candace is back.
Hello.
Neato. I didn't even have to ask. What'd you think? See
Oh
some
my
pretties?
goodness, those cards were so good. And like I I'm not one to make a square card, I will admit. However, I did just make a square card the other day because I found, like, I have panels to make square cards, so I'm trying to use them up.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I'm impressed because I don't know what to do with that much real estate sometimes, you know?
Well, I'll tell you a dirty little secret. Just put an A2 size card on a 6x6 and add a little banner or something to the back.
Oh, there you go.
Just whittle it down to a size that you're comfortable with.
That's
I know,
a good idea.
It'll throw you off, but that's how I look at it. At least it works for me.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I might try that.
Yeah. It does work. This one did have it had a little sketch.
There was a sketch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And so it was very simple. But lots and lots of room for interpretation. So as you could see, not one, and nobody sees the other cards until I release them on Monday on the blog on craftroulette.live. And it always blows my mind that I watch them come in all weekend. And I kind of expect, everybody's going to do peach, or everybody's going to do this, or somebody's. No, these girls are just a bunch of.
They were all very different.
Just a bunch of creative folks out there. But it's fun. It's really a fun thing to do. And I hope you guys, as you watch the show and watch the parameters get exposed, think of some things that you might want to do and join us for next week. Do they? Dawn's asking, do they make 6x6? Oh, I'm missing something there. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. We do have anyway, that's a whole nother thing. I'll go down that bunny trail later. So, all right. So, do you think we are ready?
I'm ready.
She's ready. She's ready.
As ready
all right.
as I'll ever be.
All right. Well, we're going to keep your face on while we spin, so you can be as dramatic as you want. If you like something, you can jump up and down, or if you hate something, go ahead and cry. It's just fine. It's just fine. We all have our moments. But we're going to go ahead and go to Wheel Cam. There we are. You can see the project category. We'll spin for that for the first time. The second, we said spin for colors that we'll be using, the element, and then a random curveball. You never know. And let's give it a warm up because it is cold in this room. Okay, we got it at least off the one. So let's see what we get for project, shall we? Oh, her eyes are big. Oh, we missed your veto. Would you like to veto? Nope. We'll spin again. We just started this. We give our guest crafters an option to have a veto of one parameter out of all of those. Do you have one?
I don't have a veto. I'm just gonna let the wheel decide.
Oh, she's so brave. All right. Well, the project then will be 16. A card with circle or circles. Okay. You just have to put a circle in it somehow or other. All right. No veto.
Okay.
You're game. You're a gamer. What colors?
Go hard or go home, you know. And I am home, so I have to go hard.
She came to play. 14. Oh, oranges +2.
Orange +2.
We kind of have a joke about orange in this group. You're just going to have to use it, you guys. Element, here we go. $13. We just had that one. We'll spin again, even though it was really a good one. What are you hoping for? Let's see if you get it. 20. Did you want a plant?
Well, I could do a plant. Flowers count as plants, right?
What would? Anything.
Flowers count as plants. Okay.
Flowers are plants. Yep. Artichokes are plants. Trees are some sort of plant. A wreath, circle. Okay, let's see what random things we can come up with. Embrace the orange. That's right, Susan. Embrace that orange. 22. Oh, we're gonna use a stencil. Oh, that's good for circles. That's real good.
This is great.
Which one do you love most? She's happy. She can't wait to start crafting. We're gonna talk about it though before you get going.
Okay.
All right. We've got card with a circle or circles. We're going to use orange plus 2 other colors, and you can use whatever neutrals you want. Ellen says a carrot plant. Element is plant. So that's anything pretty much that isn't human.
Love it.
Rocks aren't plants, that's true. There are some things, signs aren't plants, but if you can justify it, you can use it. And
Okay, I like it.
For a random, it's going to be stencil. Generally, it's whatever you guys want to do. You're supposed to have all 4 of those incorporated into your project, but they don't all have to be the big huzzah. You can have like the circles be the big main attraction and just have a little bit of a stencil in it or something like that. Your orange doesn't have to be your first color. It can be a complement like blues or something like that with a little orange. So you've got lots of variety, lots of creativity to do. You can do whatever card size you want because we just have card. So if you want to do a slimline, a 6x6, or an artist square, which is a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, you can do that. You can. Ellen Jarvis, we're gonna. Do I need to put you in your corner? She says she can plant a sign. I would buy it, actually. I would say yes and kiss your brain because you have gone above and beyond the realm of normal. So we love that. You silly. So anyway, we've got all sorts of things. What do you think you're going to do? What's going through that beautiful head of yours?
I have some ideas.
Okay.
I think I'm going to do like a circle, like I'm going to mask a circle and then get some orange plus 2 colors going on.
Okay.
In the circle.
Yeah.
And then plant, I'm thinking flower, like a flower element in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I might use a stencil like on top of the mask. We're going to see, but I have an idea.
Okay. All right.
Aaron said you can make it.
You can make it a verb and plant a kiss. Aaron Reed. We're gonna put you and Ellen in the corner. No, it's good. I love it. I love it, actually. You know I do. You know I totally get. I love that you guys are thinking outside of what box? I don't know. All right, so let's go ahead and let Candace get some supplies, and she. While we do that, we're going to take her off the camera so she can flip it so we can see her work. Hi, Karen. Yay! I was hoping you'd be here tonight. We found
Karen,
Candace
hello.
through Karen Boyce, so thank you very much. We're glad that you introduced us. All right, so let's take her out of the picture. We'll get you some time, Candace, now to go get some supplies and flip your camera. And I'm going to do a little mail call because I got some cool things in the mail this week, including from that little trouble causer, Ellen Jarvis. You know, I only say that because I like her. I got this beautiful card from 2 weeks ago from the Wheel. She ended up making this pretty card, and I was so surprised when I got it in the mail. Isn't that a stout? I thought it was pretty on the submission board, but now I see it and I'm just like, oh my golly, this is gorgeous. So she's got rhinestones all over here. She's got glitter happening all over. We've got the butterfly wings are loose. Super. Look at this detail, you guys. So she has the happy birthday here, and then she's got these scallops. Woo! Anyway, I was just thrilled to see this and receive it. And that is one from Card Monkey. I did save something back for the anniversary show, and you know what it is. So I'm thrilled to get that too. This was also a little thank you card from her. There's her Card Monkey emblem. Plus, she sent me an itty bitty tiny gift. That's what we always send out, is itty bitty tiny gifts. And so it's for my ADG to go right there. So I can make that monkey just go in circles. I was so thrilled. That's so cute. I got a beautiful card from our friend up in Washington, Miss Vicki Emerson. Look, isn't that pretty? There's got some circles. There's some ideas for you guys. There's some beautiful circles on that card. I love this one too. May the Lord bless your heart real good. I just think that somebody should make a stamp out of that. If you're watching and you own a stamp company, you should make a stamp out of that. That's just so cute and darling. I love it. Thank you so much, Vicki. I got a beautiful Valentine card from Heather in New York, who watches almost every week, if not every week. I haven't seen her, but I think she might be here. And she said she started with Valentine cards. So she was glad, and she loves the wheel, so thank you so much. And then I got another one from Vicki Tillett today. And this was also from that Slimline card challenge 2 weeks ago. Isn't that pretty? Oh, you guys, I just love my mailbox. If you are interested in sending a card, I would be happy to show it during Craft Roulette. And I will enjoy it for a while, and then I will send it off to a nursing home down the street. So this is my mailbox, and you're welcome to surprise me, huh? Yes, don't write in it. If you just leave it open, isn't that pretty how she did that? On the inside, and then I can send it off to, so somebody else can enjoy your beautiful, beautiful card. All right, guys, that's great. So, okay, card with circles, orange +2, plant, and stencils. You know, I may draw my plant tonight. I'm thinking a stencil and then making a wreath around it, using orange as like little berry type things, plus two deals, two colors. I gotta go with some kind of blue because that's the complement. Two blues, maybe one. Oh, and then a green. I'll go with a green and a blue and some orange too, just for good measure. And yeah, we're getting quite a few little projects or products over there. I see from our little guest crafter. She's excited, isn't she? So cute. Wonderful. Isn't it wonderful to be excited about crafting? I like it. So there's a little Copic for my little leaf, oopsie, for my little leaves. And I have a little orange. So I have orange. Ooh, it's gonna be it. No, that's not orange. I got the wrong one. Hang on. Who's gonna craft with us tonight? Do you like these parameters? Are you excited by them? Can you hardly wait? Have you not? Are you waiting? Are you going? Yep, it's a little late for Valentine's, I think, so orange is just fine, isn't it? Yeah, isn't that cute little thing, Sarah, to add to the ATG? Uh-oh, maybe because I pulled? I'm sorry, is it still popping? I pulled a little bit. I hope it doesn't continue. Okay. It's just because you're... Yeah, might have been just because I was moving. Oh, sorry, Brenda. Okay, it stopped. It was because I was walking around, I think. Good. All right. Well, thanks for letting us know. All righty. Let's make a stencil. If I don't have one. Oh, this is pretty darn exciting. Candace, whenever you're ready, just holler and we'll bring you back. She's ready. I should think she was born ready. I do. All right, let's bring her back. All right. We always love to see what kind of thing you end up with on your little desk.
I've got some stuff.
All right, tell us about it.
I've got some stuff going on. So I'm actually going to do a little bit of I'm going to use a stencil, but I'm also going to do a DIY sort of stencil.
That's what I'm doing.
For my circle.
Yep.
But I'm not sure which leaf we're going to use yet, but I have some leaves and I'm feeling leafy.
Oh, beautiful.
So I think that is going to be our plant.
Looks good.
And then I got my orange, and then I got yellow and pink. I'm not sure which pink we're going to do yet, but we are going to make that up as we go.
That's fair game.
Which I can overhear my family talking in the other room because my mom... the millisecond you took me off of air, my mom came in and have the door shut so the dogs don't run amok in here. And she came in, she's whisper yelling cactus. And she's she's saying cactus, and I couldn't make out what the heck she was saying. And then she's saying, do orange plus a little bit of green and blue. So now she's probably looking at this going, what the hell, child? You didn't listen.
Well, she
But I
can
already had
make
my idea in my head.
You know what, Mama Richardson? You can be making a card this weekend. Just sit in there with your daughter. Make a card with your cactus there. And you can be
She's
on
yelling
the
yeah from the other room
submission.
now.
And you can submit it yourself. It'll be great. We'd love that.
There we go. She's yelling yeah from the other room.
It sounds like a fun
There's a
household.
ruckus happening.
It sounds like
we
a
have fun
very
here.
fun household. I got dog hair.
We got to, because it's the only thing we're doing anymore is we're spending a lot of time with each other. So we at least
Right.
got to make it fun.
That's I think you're right. I don't know if I want this dark. I think I want it lighter.
Okay, so I am regretting not pre-making at least a card base, but you know,
You're good.
life.
No worry. We're here. We don't have to get off, have any kind of commercial breaks or anything. We're just all right here. Not
Also,
to
if we could all just
worry.
pardon my red hands, because you know, circulation is apparently a struggle when you're in a cold country. Sometimes when I go to film YouTube videos, my body has other ideas, and
Oh,
it is
well, everybody has skin. Skin takes a beating, especially hands and faces when it's cold and dry.
it does. Okay, so I'm taking my makeshift mask.
Patty, I'm not sure
And
if
I'm
we're
gonna
going to
wash
be
it.
able to do that for you, girl. Sorry, Helen. Orange is just orange gets so much hate here. I love it. But
See, I don't mind orange when it's with other things.
right. I don't want a
And
plate full of carrots, but
just like every other craft, my hair is already trying to tape itself to it. Okay, removing that.
I've got dog fur in mine.
Oh, if it doesn't have my hair on it, I didn't make it.
That's about right. I
Unfortunately.
understand that. I know. I feel the same way about dog hair.
Oops. Now I'm knocking over my lights. Okay.
You know, I
so
do have a
get some
real
blending
simple
brushes.
wreath. I might start with that. It's just like an old stick wreath. I wonder how big that is. See if it would work. And then I could
So,
draw on top of it.
Fun fact, I started recently
small.
using pixie spray. Can you tell? Because this is how I store my stencils, and it's a little stuck to its storage right now.
Does it smell?
New to the pixie.
Does it smell badly or?
I'm not sure how yeah, so I made that. That was my first mistake. It said use in a well ventilated area. So here I go in my 4 by 6 foot room going, yeah, I'm sure this is fine.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you maybe don't do that. Do as I say, not as I do.
Okay.
I have a degree in public health, I promise.
Wait, you're just you're
okay.
like experimenting. You're doing service.
Yes,
Yeah,
I am. I'm trying to be of service to people here.
that's right.
So
We
yeah,
appreciate it.
it's probably best to use it in a well ventilated space. It doesn't smell, you know, as far as aerosol sort of products go, I thought it was going to be worse.
Mhm.
I think there was something funky going on with mine, because I think the tip had something stuck in it or something, because then it just came out in big globs, which
Oh,
is what's
dear.
now attached to my stencil, which I really should have cleaned before I put it away last time, but
Oh,
alas, here we are. But
oh.
that is okay, because now it's good to go.
Okay. Your dogs, does it
Alrighty,
bother them?
so, it's hit and miss.
Mm-hmm.
That what they're very bothered by is the cricket,
Really?
which is funny,
The
because
noise?
I have both a scan and cut and a cricket, because I got the cricket first, and you know, just decisions were made. I use them both. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
And they hate the cricket. They get very mad at the cricket. However, the scan and cut they're totally fine with. So
Okay.
not really sure, because they make about the same noise.
Well, we have 2 vacuums, and one of them bothers the dogs, and the other one doesn't as much. So it might be a frequency.
Oh, perhaps. Okay, so that got a little heavy-handed on me. Whoops. Okay, so I love distress oxides
Yes. I just treated myself to my
because they're
first 3 a couple of weeks ago.
You didn't have them?
I did not.
Oh,
They
you're
are
not
quite the
living.
product.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I got them all. I got them all. I have full set syndrome. It's a problem.
That's all right.
Waiting for my boyfriend to be in the chat judging me. He's like, really? Do you need another one? I'm like, but it's different. Yeah. So, and Kitsch Flamingo, I did buy.
Did you?
And I got to go pick it up. Yes, at the Crafters Workshop. They're great. They actually, my grandma lives like literally up the street from it, which is a little bit of a problem because then we're there a lot.
Lots of temptation.
But it's fantastic. Oh, and they get some good stuff,
I'm glad they're still open.
I'm supporting local.
That's right. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. Yeah, that's turning out real pretty. You're doing all sorts of turning out kind of sunsetty.
Yes, and then okay.
Karen Boyce is saying yes. I think that's to your. I bet that's to the inks. Is that right? Or does she shop at the same place?
She does. We both shop there. It's a great place. If you're in Ontario, they also ship across Canada. So and their rates are quite affordable if you don't live close. And I'm a bit of an annoyance probably to most people because I'm like, could you special order me this? And you know what? They always make it happen.
Is that right?
Is just so nice because some stuff is very, very challenging. Like there's certain companies that are super hard to find here in Canada. For whatever reason, probably because it cost them an arm and a leg to ship it here and all of that jazz.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Okay,
I don't even think of that, so I don't know what that's like. But I guess that's true with every country.
I'm debating if I should do some second generation, like if I should deepen some areas. Thoughts? Peanut gallery.
What's your plant going to be? Did I miss that? What is your plant going to be?
I think I'm going to do a die cut leafy thing. I'm not sure which leaf, but one of these. I think I might do that one. Fine.
Crafty Al, this is an ancient close to my heart stamp. And it's A1170 Doodled Designs. It was like a $7.95 stamp. Isn't that the best? Yeah, I like drawing, Brenda. It's true. I do. This is not hard, though. This is not hard. I like stamping. I like stamping because I can make things that are cuter than I want to take time to draw. So.
I have committed. We're doing this.
There you go. It's just paper. If you don't like it, guess what?
Can always start fresh.
Start over. It's no problem. I like that about it. Even though I don't do anything that's, I like to do it right the first time, but it's okay if I don't.
Yeah, I'm with you there. And I find a use for it. It just maybe isn't perhaps what I thought it was going to be when we started.
Exactly. I have my little, do you have an unfinished dish or how do you?
I have like an unfinished drawer, a drawer or two at this current time. So it's, but then my problem is I never go back to what's in the drawer. So I try and
someday.
So then I put it in more of a dish and I force it to stay on my desk because then if things are on my desk, it bothers me if it's a bit out of place. So that sometimes I just put some random stuff from said drawer on my desk to try and use it up. And it's been working. I've been getting through some things. Not the other day, it was like last week on Instagram I posted and it was 3 little galaxies I had literally painted 3 years ago and I finally turned them into a card.
Yay!
Oh, I like that. Okay,
that's
I'm glad I did the stenciling on top.
Well, I have my dish and it's become quite out of control and so I started working on it and I have enjoyed it so much because you make unusual things from it. I think, at least I do. That maybe it's not, you definitely don't like, oh, I mean, I saw that on Instagram. I will case it. I will make my own version. It's not like that. It's like wacky kind of unusual cards. I
Yeah,
like it.
but sometimes that's what makes it fun.
Exactly. I like it. Yep.
So let's get some of these out of the way here. And now I'm gonna not get my lids mixed up. So if anybody is curious, I used picked raspberry, carved pumpkin, and squeezed lemonade. Didn't end up using the warm lipstick.
Here, and you have this stamp. Isn't it a good little stamp? It's been in my archives for a couple months, and then I just pulled it out. It's a good little stamp. And Kim, you love it. Kim's back. Oh, we missed you this week on campus. Here comes my favorite part. Ooh, here it is. The peel. Oh, yes. Oh, so satisfying. Oh, do you? Oh, I'm afraid to say your name, but Sforty? Does anyone?
Oh, Sporty.
Okay. Does anyone lose
She is my crafty twin.
your mojo after making something and it did not turn out the way you wanted? Oh. Yeah, probably. Yeah, maybe.
Sorry if everybody just heard a colossal ruckus. My AirPod fell out of my ear.
Oh, I did hear a little something.
Okay, well, I'm glad it was very noisy on my end.
It wasn't bad.
Glad it wasn't as aggressive as it sounded.
Nah, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
It was a little. It was just a little noise, but noises happen.
It bounced off the floor a couple times.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Oh, that's
So
pretty.
your mom knits and crochets. Does she paper craft with you?
Yeah, so recently, not recently. Last year, I you know how there's Scrapbooking Cards Today magazine?
Mm-hmm.
They host like events across Canada, and they bring in teachers, and some of them are really cool, whatever. So last year they were bringing in Gina and Rena Kay, and I was like, I gotta go to this. And so they were coming when they were going to Cornwall, which is like 5 hours away from me ish.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going, I'm treating myself. And I was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm going. And then my mom, my family's very safety conscious, and she was like, you can't go alone. And so she was insisting on coming to Cornwall with me, even though she doesn't paper craft. And then so I was like, okay, fine, we'll go together. But I didn't want her to just be chilling in the room all day or anything. So I got her tickets too, and we did Gina and Rena's 2 classes, and we met them, and they're lovely. And it's hilarious because we were all laughing at the similarities because, you know, I'm a little bit like Rena. Gina reminds me of my mom, which I think is why I've always loved her. And so, yeah, we actually got to spend some time with them, which was awesome.
That's cool.
And yeah, so we did those classes. We did a couple other ones. And yeah, so since then, she's gotten pretty into the paper crafting game. Yeah, so now, and then one of our like longtime friends that I actually grew up with in dance. So like the daughter is my age, and my mom has stayed friends with her mom since we've become adults and all of that. And so the 2 of them came over and we did a card making lesson. So now they're both into it too. So we're really we're spreading here.
I love that. That is wonderful. My mom had I was a close to my heart consultant, and she had a party for me at one point because she said she didn't live in the same town as I did. And she said, I just figured out that this would be a way that I could see you. And so she had a party, and it was very cute, and we were all, but it was just it was a mercy party. So, but it was very sweet of her, and I appreciated it.
I love that. It brings people together, you know?
It does.
Okay, I'm trying to find a piece of glitter paper that is silverish, or maybe, no, you know what? I should go with gold.
How's
start a new glitter sheet.
How's our peanut gallery? Are you guys all doing all right? Looking like you're doing okay. Maybe Candace's mom can be a craft roulette guest. You know what would be fun is both of them on at the same time, wouldn't it?
Oh my goodness. I'm sure I could convince her into it.
She'd probably come in tonight.
Oh, she would.
It's like
We're probably on like a 10-second delay, but I'm sure I'll hear her shouting from the other room in a second here.
Crafty Mama Diaries. Her husband came on the show. He almost stole the whole darn thing. It was so funny. He was bringing her tea, and we were all just dying. I'd never had that experience, and I was totally taken aback, and I loved it. So ask her to come in. We'd love to meet her.
Yeah, she's a good time.
James is stenciling. Good for you, James. Way to go. Jennifer will be a good teacher. It is cool.
This is stuck in my die.
Janet is asking where those leaf dies came from, Candace.
Okay, so this one, see, I store all my dies together, which sometimes gets me confused. So these, I believe they're either the Simon Says stamp etched laurel leaves,
You want to bring
or
it
the
to the right just a little bit so we can see it?
They're the etched laurel leaves.
Other right.
And it comes with 2.
Other right.
My other right.
There we go. I'm sorry.
They're the etched laurel leaves.
Okay.
And it comes with 2 of them. And my
They're
family is
very
now laughing at me not knowing my right and left. Okay, yeah, we're good.
I get those confused too.
Happens to the best of us. And now this is really stuck in my die here. So we're just going to throw that at the table.
That works with punches. Does it work with dies too? I think it does. Actually.
Yeah, look, it came right out.
Tell it who's boss.
Oh,
no die's going to boss you
I love me some
around.
glitter paper. Now I'm just mindful. I have a very bad tendency to smear inks.
I hear you. Well, Ardith says that's how you know where you're going to put the sequins. So
that's one way to decide it. Oh, I
yeah.
like that. See, now I always put dimension behind my die cuts. Like I usually glue 3 layers together.
Mm-hmm.
But
that makes it pretty.
I'm not sure if I want to go through the agony to do that, or I want to put you through the agony.
Oh, now we're here. We're fine. You just make something pretty.
I'll do 1 layer and see how we're looking.
How about, would foam tape work for it, or is that faster? Or
it's a little thin.
A little thin.
The makes me a little nervous when I got thin stems happening.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm just die cutting off screen here because nobody wants to see this.
Crafty Owl likes the glitter.
I love glitter.
I do too.
And you know what? This glitter paper, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to find it again. But it's just like Michael's, and it's like the glitter is really in there. Like it's not quite built into the paper. Like, you know how sometimes they get that shiny plastic coating? I don't love that either. But it doesn't rub off. It is so nice. So I'm using it very sparingly.
Yeah, that's very attractive, Candace. It's very, very pretty.
Thank you. Okay. And now I'm getting paper fluffies all over my desk.
Yeah, I've got my black olive thing going on here. I've got foam tape on each finger.
Oh, yes. Sometimes it's necessary to get the job done, you know?
That's right. It's handy. That's why you have 4 of them.
Totally. And so
the only
glue
reason
that I always use, the glue I always use is art glitter glue, and I love
recognized it.
Oh, I love it.
That's like a cult. The art glitter glue people are like, they're rabid.
And I didn't understand, like, I don't know if I'm quite like cult level, but I do quite like it.
It's just a matter of time. No, it's true though, but people do love it. And I've never used it. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's in my future. Apparently, they do not mail it when it's this cold.
No, they don't, because I guess it freezes, or I don't know, something. The structural integrity is compromised. Yeah,
so that's kind of that'll put me on hold at least for a while.
Yeah, you gotta wait out the cold winter.
That's right. You know it's spring when the glitter glue,
the art glitter glue starts shipping.
Coming out again.
I love it.
The good day when the birds start singing and the crocus start blooming and the glitter glue starts shipping. You know you've beat winter back with a vengeance.
Okay, that's nice. I'm not sure
really
where
fast.
I'm going.
Sandy Boone's
not
here.
sure where
She
I'm-
says she's so proud of Candace Richardson. Sandy Boone is going to be
Aw.
joining us at the wheel in a couple weeks. Very excited about that. She has 3-room studio, of which Miss Candace is on the design team. So
Yes.
you look those up, 3-room studio, and you will see some really cute. She's got digital stamps and acrylic stamps. Super cute product line. Crafty Owl says, I need it in big, big letters. Need some art glitter glue. I believe it. I just had a little bit of a backlog on my glue, so before it got cold. We had quite a discussion about it a couple months ago. Yep.
Okay, I'm trying to decide on the
I
sentiment
just
here.
thought art glitter glue, it must be like glitter. It's deceptive that way. And so when I found out that it wasn't, I did a little research, and boy, I mean to tell you, people really, really like it. So it doesn't fall off though if you mail a cold letter, right? It's not like that. It still works in
I've
the cold.
never tested it. You know what?
Oh,
Actually,
that's
I
cute.
did use it recently on a card that went all the way to Alberta,
Yeah,
and no complaints were had. So I'm assuming we're fine.
that's good. Yeah, it probably is fine. I have orange berries. So I have 2 colors. I have orange plus my green and my blue. Used a stencil for my circle, and then I have a circle for a wreath. And since it's leaves, it's a plant. So I think I got it all.
Should we do I'm so glad you were born, or I promise I didn't forget? I feel like I promise I didn't forget is 97% more applicable to my life. Since like I owe cards to like this entire chat right now. All of my friends who are the most supportive are the most supportive of my nonsense and being late all the time.
So let's see who gets it. You'll have to make a whole bunch of them.
I was going to say I need to make about 70.
And then they'll think they all got it. They won't know.
Yeah. I mean, this one I could
Really
mass
pretty.
produce, but I don't do a ton of mass producing.
Right. I get it. Yeah. I love it though. I love that or that over stamping stuff. Or over stenciling
Right?
stuff.
It's so fun.
Thank you,
It's-
Allison.
And then it gives you a little more interest, you know?
Yes.
Okay, I
No,
just
it's
got
a
a
good,
little too
it's a
much
good thing.
glue
Did you
here.
see Ardith just did a thing on it? I just saw it today. She did had a video come out
Yes.
on 2-step stamping or a stenciling kind of thing. Yep. Oh, you're welcome, Sandy Boone. Yep, I'm looking forward to it. I saw that birthday boy. Well, happy birthday, birthday boy. You're just a youngster. Hope you're
This
having a
is my
wonderful
favorite
day.
tool.
I can't imagine not, wanting to do something besides watching Craft Roulette on your birthday. So, yay. Oh, I think I might try another color combination just for fun. Or just another something. While we're just sitting around chewing the fat, as they say down in the country.
I love it. See, this is like my most used tool, and it is a piece of, I think it was a countertop sample at
Perfect.
some point in its lifespan. But it makes a great paperweight, let me tell you.
Yep. I use tiles. Little 4-inch tiles. Was good. Works real well.
Okay, I like where we're going with that. Now I'm thinking this one's going to get some foam tape.
Oh,
And then
Sharon,
you all are
made
gonna get-
handmade cards. Good for you.
You're going to
Good.
get to watch me struggle to try and make sure that this is centered and straight, which is
Mine's not
my biggest
straight,
struggle.
so it'll look better than mine. Mine's not straight. I don't know how to do straight. It's out
It's
of my
tough.
it's out of my skill set.
Out of your wheelhouse.
Yes, that's the very one. And yet I keep coming back. Undaunted.
No, straight. Ooh, that is a little bit. Is it going to show through the side? We're going to try it. No,
Try it.
just big enough. Perfect.
I think I'll try one of my fancy new distress oxides. This
Ooh,
is-
join the club.
This is the big event for the birthday boy. Well, cool. We're glad to be a part of the celebration.
You even got out my tea ruler here.
You are
Getting serious.
You are serious about being real nice and straight. I'm proud of you.
I'm a little bit anal when it comes to certain things.
Oops, I got out of the lines. I always do. Now that's where we know we're going to put the next circle. It's so nice not to have to make these decisions, that my sloppiness does it for me.
It's, I always struggle with sequin placement, which is the next thing you'll get to watch me struggle with.
Just look for the smudge, Yoda. It will direct you.
Ugh, nothing better than a straight sentiment. Mm.
It is a lovely, it's an extra in my world, but it's nice when it happens.
It is nice. And I don't want to jinx it, but I haven't smeared the ink yet, which is something that I definitely usually do by this point in making a card.
See, you're made to do lives on Craft Roulette.
I'm going to try really hard
right
not
in
to
there.
mess it up from here.
You're doing fine. Oh man, you could mess it up, but I don't think you will at this point. I think you're doing fine. Look at all those sequins and how organized they are. Holy smokers.
Nice?
That's lovely.
Like I said, very anal about certain things, and other things are a disaster.
You gotta find your balance.
Okay, these are not the color I was thinking that they would be. Okay, we are just gonna throw those back in the drawer.
Oh, my big blue orbs.
Let's see which
Got
ones.
more things
I love
planned. Oh, this is fun. I like these parameters. Okay, I'm absolutely 100% behind these parameters. I like them.
Me too. I
think we did well.
when we got circle, that was one I was hoping for. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh.
And then I was hoping for that one, and then when we got orange, I got a little nervous there.
That's the tip.
It's all good.
That's a healthy reaction. I think this may become a 4x4, or a 4 square card.
These are not the right color.
Yep, that's a normal reaction.
This is the number one part I have to edit out of my YouTube videos, is me deciding which color of sequins works the best.
I don't think you're going to mess it up, so I don't think there's probably a perfect. I think you're well on your way to having good choices.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, you're not going to mess it up. Look at the things that you have out. They're ideal. And look at how
they are
many
pretty.
You're already putting on there. So pretty. Isn't that fun this time of year, how they love your finger and don't want to get off?
Yes. Happens all the time.
Yep.
That's why I have a jewel picker, and I like it a lot, but I don't often need it because everything is sticking to me.
Yeah, we are our own jewel pickers.
And I just dropped one on the floor. Okay.
5-second rule works for that, but so does the vacuum. It does. It just goes ahead and, if it's going to jump off the edge, I think it deserves a little vacuuming. If it's not going to be a team player, I don't need it in my studio. So take that to the bank.
Looking at the comments. Should I pick one color of jewel and stick with it? Like, should I just stick with the yellow? Or should I stick with the pink?
That's a good question. Let's ask the peanut gallery.
I would like to poll the audience, please. I'd like to phone a friend.
You are welcome to poll the audience. Let's see. Should she use more than one color? Or should she go all with
yellow, or maybe pink, or maybe orange? Because, that's the
Can you lift it up without moving them off too much? So we can see it a little
Stick with the, yeah.
Carefully. The other right, just hedge this way. There you go. Perfect. Those are just real pretty. What do you guys think? All of them. I like more. Jackie likes more. Multiple colors. Looks great.
Okay. Sounds like we're going multiple.
Yellow, multiple colors. Not orange. Oh, you guys.
Mix them pink. Okay, love the lack of consensus here. It's great.
Yes, we've got that.
I love it. Okay. TR's place. Oh, hello.
All
TR.
right, Mr. Producer, just raise the ante here, you guys. He said, if we get 1,000 YouTube subscribers before when? Whenever. When we get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers, we will take Orange off the wheel for a little bit.
But I kind of liked the orange.
I like it too, but we have some naysayers out there. We still like them, but they're naysayers.
I mean, it's not my favorite color, but when I put it with pink and yellow, oh, there we go. There's the schmear. Okay, we are just gonna.
All right. Well, you get those little subscriptions going. Share with it so we can get Orange off the wheel. Look, they like it. I will be sad, but apparently that doesn't matter. Melissa, I thought you were with me on this. Thought maybe you were going to do a stream Roulette on Facebook and YouTube at 1,000. Oh, well, you never know about that either. Things happen. Oops, I don't want that one.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? The number one thing I was worried about was not finishing quick enough.
Oh,
and
no.
Here we
we're doing
are.
great. Arc time-wise, we are way ahead of the schedule here.
Maybe I'll make another one then.
You certainly can. It's not, we're fine. You have lots of cards to send to people, so maybe you should.
I owe a lot of people a lot of things. Now's as good a time as any to figure this out.
In the meantime, we're going to do a little giveaway while you get your supplies together. Right now, go ahead and put a number in. No, this is the new giveaway. Oh, you guys, we have a new giveaway. Look at this. The new giveaway is based on the people that sent in cards last week. Oh, no numbers needed. We have all the names of the people that have sent in cards. You guys are special to us. And we have them all in there. Stephen worked on this all day. No numbers necessary. And we're going to spin the names. This is going to be a special way to thank our friends that send in submissions. Let's see if it works. Ooh, I'll spin a little. I got so excited. Let's see if it works. Let's see who gets it. Look at, you see your name. If you send in a card, it's there. Denise O'Quinn. Are you here? Yay! We're going to get your... Yes, she's right there. She's excited. Thank you for sending in a card. It was your first time too, wasn't it? Or not too long ago that you started sending it in, I don't think. Lena Marie 39 is not a number on the wheel. You guys kill me. You have to send me your address. DM it to me and I'll get something to you. Katie Taylor is here next week, I think. And then the wheel always sends us for a real spin when she's here. Sandy Boone is the week after. Okay, so happy birthday, Sandy Boone. And Mr. Sandy Boone, you will be here soon. Julie Carrier, another Canadian girl. She does beautiful stuff. She has a gorgeous voice. You'll love listening to her. And there's the squeaky voice, and then there's Julie. And then Christine will be here for our anniversary show. We are thinking we're getting some fun things together for our anniversary show, and then Karen Boyce will be here after that, she's here tonight, so yay! It's a good bunch of people coming. I think we've got a few openings, but almost everything's filled till May, so it's pretty exciting. Yep. All right, good. Well, we look forward to seeing you guys. Let's go back to hands, shall we? Thanks. Yes, let's see. Denise, just go ahead and DM me your address, sweetheart, and I'll send you a card with a very small prize. Yes. It's a very small. Oh, you're going for the same technique. Good deal. Are you going to do the
I am, but
same
it's a
focal?
little different. Same, but different.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
I'll show you in just a second when I'm done here.
Well,
I'm
Dawn, did
very
you notice
careful.
that both Candace and I made our own stencils? So, let's see. This one is one I made out of thick vellum or a stencil paper. And I just used die cuts to make it. This is a piece of cards or copy paper. And I cut a circle with a die cut in it. But you could use a punch. Or you can even cut with scissors. It's fine. Or an X-Acto knife if you want to make a square and then put a circle in it or whatever. But you can totally make your own stencils. There's nothing that you have to do. You don't go out and buy anything. It's too cold. But yep, just make. The only thing that I would tell you when you're making your own stencil, a couple things actually. Make sure that it's thin enough that you don't have a big bump at the edge, but don't let it be so thin that it bleeds through and messes up your card. And if you get too much ink on this paper, on the copy paper, it can bleed through. So it would have to, after about three cards using the same paper stencil, it can give you a problem. But other than that, you're good. Yep. Does that help? Looks like it? Yeah. Yes, if you have an electronic cutter, absolutely. This is the Stencil Mylar. It's like a thick vellum. I make my own oftentimes. And, you can do, if you are looking for stencils, you can also look in the furniture area of like a craft store because they've got stencils there for fixing up furniture, and in the cake making department, there are stencils there too. So stencils are the fabulous thing of the world. I love stencils. Yep. And Candace made her stencil too, so it's very doable.
I did.
It's nothing that's should be a deal breaker on this parameter.
Whoa. Okay.
I don't think so. I think you'll be good. I do.
You know what? I think this is the first time I used this leaf die, and I can't believe that because it's so pretty.
I hear that a lot about Craft Roulette. People pull things out and they go, I haven't used this. I've never used this stamp. I'm so happy to use it. It's very cool. I don't know what it is about the randomness or something of the wheel that makes people think of random stamp sets that they haven't, or things that they haven't used. So
I should almost do this more often.
Yeah. Well, the parameters are always up on craftroulette.live, and you can actually go ahead and do that. So if you ever feel like you're stumped or something, yes. If you're ever,
I got to build myself a wheel.
well, you can pick a number 1 through 24 or something, and throw a dot. Have your mom pick the 4 numbers, and then go back to the parameters and see what your mom picked for you. Yes.
She makes a card this week.
Jackie said Craft Roulette gets her using things that she hasn't ever used. I love that. Yep, I think it's neato. It's a very neato thing. And then we also have the Craft Roulette. There it is, the Craft Roulette Challenge group in Facebook. And then you make something that you've gotten the idea from the parameters, and you can just post it there. And we all love seeing that a lot. Everyone should have a Craft Roulette wheel at home. I think so too, Sandy. But we are here for you in the meantime. Yes, we should have our own home version. You just never... there is some things in the works coming down the pike. Don't go and buy a bunch of stuff. If you're like having your own Craft Roulette wheel going on, don't go. Just wait. Just wait. There's stuff coming down the pike. Yep. Yep.
Sounds exciting.
I know. It is. We love it here, and we love Friday nights with you all.
Okay.
And meeting fun crafters like Miss Candace. I mean, honest, who in
Oh.
the world? How would we ever have this much fun otherwise? Netflix
Right?
is not
And
this
you
much fun. I don't care about how fun the Bridgertons are. It's not as much fun as hanging out with y'all. Oh, good, Kimberly, you did make it. Your cards are up on my door of pride and love. Yep.
Aw.
Appreciate it.
Oops, I just dropped my needle.
What'd you drop?
You know the little needle that goes in the top of the glue?
Oh.
Oh, there it is. Almost stepped on it. Okay.
Oh.
I try not to, dropping non-sharp things is okay. Dropping sharp things, kind of problematic.
You know when you find them.
When you're screaming. But see, my craft room doubles as my dog's bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
So I got to be a little more careful, because the little guys will come in here and be like, what's that shiny thing?
Ooh. Tell us about your dogs. What do you have? I know you love them.
So they're adorable. I'm a little biased, I will admit. So we have a Maltese Yorkie, and his name is Elmo.
Elmo?
And he's a little blonde guy. And they're 12 and 11 now, but they still look like puppies. Everybody is so confused when we tell them their age. So that's Elmo.
Huh?
And then Ernie is a Pekingese Shih Tzu, and he's a little black and white one.
Were you watching
And
Sesame
I'm pretty
Street
sure I have
11 years ago?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. Me and my sister picked the names, and we were Sesame Street children. Can you tell?
Yeah.
And everybody always asks why they're not Ernie and Bert, which is a very, very legitimate question.
Yes.
Very legit. But we had Elmo first, and we kind of rescued him. Like, he had been passed around homes quite a bit, and he had already gone through like 4 or 5 names by the time we got him. So he looked like Elmo, so we went with Elmo, and then we got Ernie a year later. So we didn't want to confuse poor little Elmo.
Oh, no.
So we just rolled with it, and they're E&E,
Yeah. And they've been happily a part of your family for many, many years. That's so sweet.
Yes, but we do try and add a Bert every once in a while. My dad's usually the one who has to pump the brakes on us.
There always has to be a
Like, 2 is enough.
member. Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it.
I was going to go do a class at Fun University, and we call them labs, and I said, oh, it's time to go do a lab, and one of our dogs is part lab, and he looked at me and he looked like he was going, oh, are we getting another lab? I said, no,
Aww.
we're not. We just have the perfect amount of dogs. 2. 2.5, that's right.
And it's nice.
We have 2.5.
Elmo was really a handful. And so people were like, why are you adding to the handful?
Aww.
But it really did balance out when we got Ernie, and
Yeah.
you feel less bad leaving them home,
Yeah.
which of course we don't do anymore because, we
Nobody
don't go
does.
anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. We had the Australian Shepherd. He's now 6, and poor old Boomer comes along at 1.5, and he doesn't have any manners or anything about being a pet. And so Fergus, the shepherd, did all the teaching. He's been a great sensei, and he taught Boomer how to be a good pet. It was nice.
Aw.
I know. Much better than me having to do it. Ugh, I don't want to work that hard. Well, Kim, you are good. Yeah. Go ahead and post that. You use a random generator for the numbers and list of the parameters. Everyone's loving it. Well, how wonderful. That's good. It's a good concept. It's quite a lot of fun, isn't it? I think we've talked about it. Yep. My daughter has 1 German Shepherd. Kathy does, and 1 is enough. Well, some dogs 1 is enough. Yeah. I love our dogs. Yeah, 2 Cocker Spaniels. Ooh.
Aw.
They're so cute. Oh, Sarah's got 3
They
Rat
are.
Terriers. Ooh. Oh, 8.5 pounds? That's kind of big for a Rat Terrier, isn't it? Or am I wrong? It's almost 13 seconds. Love those doggies, I can tell. 27 pounds. Wow. That's a lot of terrier.
Okay.
Sarah,
let's
we're
put
glad
this
to
up.
have you as one of our crafty friends. We're enough for you. Are you part of our group? our Craft Roulette challenge group. We'd love to have you there. We'd be your friend there. Just answer those questions and then you get automatically approved. If you don't answer the questions, I have to assume you're a robot. And I send you a little message. And if you don't answer in 24 hours, I just automatically.
We are going birthday blessings on this one.
Oh, Melanie's doggy's right next to her. He likes Craft Roulette, I can tell. Oh, the 8.5 is small. Okay, well, that you've got quite a difference in the sizes there. Yeah. Cool. Nice. At least it's easy which one you trip over in the middle of the night then. You know which one, if it's big or little.
Certainly helps to narrow it down.
Oh man, that boomer, he's just pitch black, and I worry about somebody tripping over him in the middle of the night. So that's another reason I let him sleep with us, because I know where he is. I know he's not going to set up a speed bump and send somebody down the stairs into the brick wall at the base. Ugh.
That would be bad.
I know. I think so, especially if it's one of my family, which is usually who's in our house in the middle of the night. So.
2 Bichon Frises here, about 14 years old, and they're married. Aww. That's our first dog was a Bichon, and so my parents got him before they had my sister and then me. So I've always had a dog my whole life, and he lived till he was 17 almost.
Oh my
gosh. He was the best dog.
The little dogs live longer, I think, than the biggies.
They do. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jennifer, I can't wait to see James' card. I'm sure it's wonderful.
Ooh.
Dogs are Pixel and Raster. Those are cute. And Sprite. What cute names.
So cute.
Oh, they're all
I love food names for dogs.
Food names.
Like people who have dogs named like Cupcake or like Cashew. I love that.
We had a neighbor whose dog's name was Tofu. I love that. I just thought that was a really cute one.
I love it.
Tofu.
It's so
I used
cute.
to get mad in. Tofu.
That's so cute. Okay, here we go.
Thanks, Caroline.
Stuff off my table
Here
here.
is your card with the blue circles. This card, this is I did a blue circle there, and then this is new blue circles. Oh, the orange, I see. The oranges are the little berries. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kimberly. That's so sad. Almost made it to 14. Our old guy, our old mutt guy, made it to 16, but he didn't go much farther. We got Boomer that afternoon because I couldn't take it. Maylin and Morgan have already completed their cards. Wow, you guys are quickies.
You're so quick. Okay, I'm almost done.
Ruel names her animals after cheese. I had a grand cat whose name was Cheddar. I love
that.
Cheese names are great. That would be a good one too, wouldn't it, Christina?
I love that.
Christine. It would be not Christine. I'm looking at this talking to Candace. I'm thinking Christine. Candace, cheese names would be really good, wouldn't they? It wouldn't matter. I'd call them the wrong thing anyway. I'd probably call them bread.
This is Gouda.
Gouda.
Could you imagine?
Brie would
Gouda and Havarti.
Brie would be okay. Limburger.
Okay, which one?
Yes, we'll do that. Somebody can get that started in the group if you want. Go ahead and if somebody wants to go, because I will forget, go over to the Craft Roulette challenge group and start a thread for dog pictures and their dogs' names. I think that I would love to see all your critters and your names. Yep, let's just try to keep it all in one thread, and so we can all enjoy it at one time. That'd be real fun over the weekend while we're waiting for submissions, because you can't see them until Monday. This looks like bubbles. It does look like bubbles, doesn't it, Maria? Oh, and Sarah worked in IT. Yep. That's where she got those names. Oh, see, I'm getting sucked into these. I can't wait until and you can put your cats in too. Our cat's yeah, our cat thinks he's a dog. He's the cutest darn thing. He thinks
Elmo thinks he's a cat.
Well, he thinks
he sits on the back of the couch sometimes. We're like, what are you doing?
I sometimes think that Kerwin looks at the dogs and says, you know, you guys are the worst cats ever. But it's they're quite a pair. They all hang out together, go outside together, come inside together. They'll lay on the floor in the sun together. They're just as cute as can be.
Aww.
Yes, they do. They wrestle. They wrestle and they play together. Kerwin loves to attack. Boomer loves to attack. Oh, I get started on animals and it's really hard to stop. So tell me about your design teams. You're with Sandy and you also have one in the United States that you're on while you're trying to keep your mind off of the medical schools, and one in Germany that you are on. You want to tell us about their styles and how you got involved with them?
So I, in typical me fashion, was like, oh, I'm not good enough to make a design team, so let me apply to a bunch of them, and then hopefully I'll make one. So I applied to 3, and then of course I made all 3, which is kind of how my life tends to go, very serendipitous. And so yeah, I'm on with Sandy, which is 3-room studio here in Canada in the prairies. And then the other ones I'm on are Sassy and Crafty, which is in the US. This is actually one of their stencils. They're in Georgia, and they make a bunch of really cute, like sort of kawaii, like, oh, let me show you actually.
Okay.
I have one here.
We all love seeing stuff.
Oh, this isn't fully done yet, but look at this little cow. Look at him. Look how cute he is.
He's
right?
cute.
Like I just can't. And then
does he have a name?
Too, is one of theirs.
We need to name that cow.
I think it's the stamp set is called Holy Cow, but like, oh man, he's just so darn cute.
He is cute.
And then some of the sentiments are like, don't be a heifer, and just it's adorable, which we say to my dogs a lot in my household. Yeah, so I'm on for that one. And then I'm also on Create a Smile, their challenge design team. And they make really cute stuff too. Also, like if you're into like cute critter stamps, but they also have some really beautiful like flowery sort of things. I actually just got some in the mail, and like, oh, look how pretty this flower is.
Ooh, oh, I love those big open flowers. Crafty Owl, I think the cow was by Sassy and Crafty, and it's in the United States. Okay,
Sassy and Crafty, right. And there's 2 Sassy and Crafty. They're in Georgia, and the owner is Beth, who is here. I'm not sure if she's still here, and that's how I know Allison Haikila too. We met through them.
Oh, nice.
Or well, like I met Allison through them. Allison has just been running around the craft world for many moons before I got there.
Well,
and
you're pretty new.
They just have cute stuff.
So cute and new.
Super cute.
That really is. Do they have like those kind of cartoon characters? Is that mostly their style?
Yeah, and Beth is good because she does a bunch of different things. So like here's the one of their stamp sets was like kind of hippie-ish.
Oh yeah.
So it was like hello and like positive vibes, and then they had the mystery. Well, I call it the mystery machine because I was a Scooby-Doo kid.
Scooby-Doo.
But yeah, so like super different stuff. And they also like they're kind of known for, I don't have any handy, but they're kind of known for their sassy girls, which they almost look like comic book style.
Neat.
They're really cute. So like
really
a lot of people on the team do like mixed media sort of stuff, and they always use them, and they're so cute.
I'm gonna look them up. They look like they have a real fun style and unusual. I don't see that kind of style in everything either, so that's
right.
That's nice to have your own little niche show like that. Well done, ladies.
It is. I have other cards too. I don't know how.
Crafty Owl says, Candace, do you have an affiliate link for Sassy and Crafty? Or
I do somewhere, but also like just support them because oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. So this was their newest. I did this card for the I think it was the February release. And look at these little cats. Aren't they cute?
They are cute.
I lilac you. What's up, Buttercup? And actually, this goes with the parameters, sans circle.
Yes.
So that was one I
It
did.
does.
I did for them, and then I think I actually, yeah, I just have a random box of cards here in my room, which really
Only
Oh,
one?
and here's one. Oh, this is just the one that's out.
Oh, okay.
This one is Create a Smile. Look at that little sloth.
It's Sloss Go. He's
Yeah.
pretty darn cute.
He's pretty cute. And then, of course, Sandy's. I actually just did a blog post on this. People always ask me how to make this.
Oh, I know. I saw that one. That one is just adorable.
I've been calling it a clock card
Yes.
because it looks like a clock.
I think they do
but I
have a
think I'm
name,
gonna do a
but I don't
YouTube
know
video
what it's
on that.
called. A spinner. Yeah.
I'm a spinner, a clock card. I don't know what the heck to call it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You
so
call it
those,
what you
those
want.
are some of my recent
Those are
ones.
adorable. Well, you're
Thank
doing a good
you.
job
Yeah,
of representing them. And I'm seeing,
I'm trying. And I genuinely love, like,
again,
man, the crafting community is great. Like, people just have so much love and they make great stamps. And I love getting excited about other people making stamps and me getting to use the stamps.
Well, speaking of nice crafting people, Christina from Sweden is helping Maria from Ecuador in the chat room right now,
Aw,
which is pretty sweet. Which
love
has
that.
happened in Craft Roulette more than once. Actually, that combination is, they're ambassadors, I'm telling you.
Oh, and earlier
cut something
Allison
like
was asking, she said I should show some of my pottery. This is probably not the best indicator, but I
What you
do
got?
still have, like, I still obviously have a lot of my stuff. So,
Yeah.
like, the little dishes everybody has, this is one I
Aw.
made.
That is really cute.
And I did the little flowers.
Uh-huh.
Because you can do all sorts of, like, painting and glazes and underglazes. And then when I taught the kids classes, I had to, I had to make samples.
Mhm.
And
Sure.
we used a different type of clay and glaze so, you know, they could be able to do it.
Uh-huh.
So look at the little starfish dish. It's so cute.
Somebody
Right?
can
Like, I
make
just- I
your
can't.
make stamps out of your pottery. You just
I
call it the
just- I
Candace
can't with the
Pottery line.
starfish. I'm into it. I
Yeah.
like it. Yeah, so this is a little starfish.
Little
So,
starfish.
and it was super fun,
Make
like
it look
getting
like
to
a little piece
do
of
it with the
pottery.
kids. And then yeah, just rainbow dishes.
Candace was telling me
Yeah,
how when
so-
she was teaching kids how it made her get a lot of patience.
Oh yes, it did. It did.
They're a demanding little lot. They are, those little darlings.
They certainly can be.
Yes. Yeah.
And so there are my two cards that I made. I think this is the fastest I've ever made cards. I was worried I would be the rate limiting step here.
Well, see, you learn something every day. Now you know that you can put a time on it and get it done. And maybe you'll get those 70 cards made. You just never know.
I don't know which one I like best. I kind
got
of like how the
crazy ones.
circle is more like evident in that one.
I like this one. It's crazy, but I like it. This is very traditional. But we got bubbles with plants growing inside of them. And, well, you just never know. Maybe it's an ornament. An ornament? Could be. I don't know. Anyway, good deal. Well, I'm proud of you for getting 2 cards done in a beautifully short time. You can be very
Right?
pleased.
I'm kind of proud of myself here. I'm never this quick.
Good.
I'm kind of baffled.
Good. Well, I'll tell you what. Oh, let me show you mine so you can make sure I have orange. See, I didn't have to do orange as the big colors. I just added little orange berries. So you make it work for you. Yeah. Karen, it's nice to have you here all night. Karen, don't miss Karen's class. We're hoping she will sing when she's here next time. It's a lot of pressure. Again, we have Katie Taylor next week from Texas. We've got Sandy Boone. We've got Sandy Boone coming the week after. Julie Carrier in March 5th. Christine is going to join us for our 52nd, I think, 52nd show. And Karen is right after her. Miss Candace, if you want to go ahead and put your camera up to see your beautiful face and call your mom in, that's good. If you want, if she Mom, if you want to come in, you can. If you're not, you don't have to. You can not. You can just do some jazz hands on the side. Anyway, this week is another busy week coming up for us. We've got our second Cut the Crap and Create coming up a week from today at 1 o'clock Central Time with Cindy Raven, who is an extraordinary cookie designer, known about all over the cookie world. Interesting woman. I'm looking forward to talking about her creative process. Do check out Crafty Al's Cut the Crap. That is on our youtube.com/craftroulette YouTube channel. And we had so much fun, didn't we, Crafty Al? It was just, and Crafty Al was like, man, that went fast. And we were jabbing for hours. And it's the Cut the Crap show is going to have great merchandise. But besides that, it's not a lesson, and it's not any technique or voiceover kind of thing. It's just talking about creativity and the process, because that's where our heart and love is. Yay, thank you, Brenda. It's a great thing. It's cold this weekend, at least it is here. If you're crafting in your room, just run that in the background and listen to us. I think you'll enjoy it. I hope so. Let us know what you think. And then let's see, what else do we have? I don't know. We have next week, we have Katie. So it's always fun. Join the group. Find us on YouTube. Get the submissions in through craftroulette.live. The form is already open. You have 48 hours. Make sure you use a unique project using the same 4 parameters that we did. You saw how easy that is. Just go to craftroulette.live. You can see all our past episodes, all the past gorgeous submissions. Tuesday, Tuesday we'll see your submissions on YouTube also, because that's the show that we talk about all the pretties. So man, I tell you, I'm on all the time, it seems like. Anyway, Crafty Al, you listened to your own episode. I listened to a little bit of it, and Stephen and I are going to listen to it and do a little critiquing of the show. Not you, but us. So you did great. Anyway, anything that you can come up with, we'll talk about it. Anyway, we want to make sure it's a good show. I see a pretty little candoodle over there, so let's go ahead and bring her back in. She's smiling. You did
that
it.
Was so fun.
I know, isn't it? Isn't it? It's just,
I did, and like nothing fell apart. My dog stayed quiet. Like
I know, it's just a
good.
wonderful thing. You did great. You did great. It was fun to have you.
Thank you.
It was
super fun being here.
You did a nice job. It's funny that we both went for this homemade stencil, and I honestly did that in my own brain before I knew you were doing that. Sometimes I do see what my guest is doing, going, that's a good idea. I think I'm going to use some of that. But that's where we all come from, because creativity is just a nudge of an idea that we take and run with. Do you have any thoughts that you could share about what creativity is in your mind, and what do you think about it?
I think it's, creativity can be anything. And I think I was so caught up earlier in my life, acknowledging I'm still young and don't have this figured out. But I
had a history.
I didn't want to take art classes in school or anything, because I was they marked us, and I was I don't want to ruin my average, being the token child that I am. And so I always kind of strayed away from it. But really, there's no evaluation to creativity. If you're having fun in the process, that's what counts. It doesn't matter what comes out of it. Sure, a pretty card is nice. I'm not negating that, but any card, it's really the thought that counts, that's behind it. People will always appreciate that. They don't care if your card is a little wonky, glued sideways, any of that,
I'm saying amen to that, because mine are always wonky. So it's good. I think those are lovely thoughts, and I think you're spot on. And you know what, though, conversely, I couldn't have graduated if it hadn't been for all the art classes I took. I think I had 3 hours the last year. So yeah. So
That's awesome.
That and foods got me over the finish line. It certainly wasn't economics, but that's okay. Yep, Allison said you did an amazing job, Candace, and I think you are right, Allison. So, yes,
Thank you. I was nervous. It was my first live encounter with the crafting world.
It's different. It's different. You're putting yourself out there. Now that it's over, I'll tell you, you're putting your reputation out there on the table. And it's like
very casual.
Yeah, go ahead, put your reputation out there, girl. Who cares? You know, it's okay. Let's go for it. Let's show them how. No, it's you did fine. You did fine. And if your reputation is built on a whole lot more than this evening, so yeah,
totally.
No
and
problem.
I like the cards. They're a good time. They're sparkly.
They're darling.
You know,
they're darling. And we
learned
learned
about me on a card.
We learned some things from those cards too, about some cool products and some cool ideas and sequins. Yep. All right.
I do love me a sequin.
Oh, they're good things. I might have to add some, but I've got my berries. I might just add some. I've got time. Well, this is the time of night where we say, girls, kiss your brain. You did beautifully. You got this. You can be creative. We want to see your submissions because you've got a gift that only you can show us. And take those parameters, show them who's boss, send in those submissions, and be sure to follow Candace on her social medias. She's got a great little Instagram, great little YouTube. And is there anything else? Stay safe. I think that's about it. One more big kiss. Thank you so much. And one for
Thanks,
you.
everybody.
And we will see you all soon. Have a great week. Hope to see you on other shows. Thank you, Candace. Good night. Hi, thank you for tuning in to Craft Roulette. I just wanted to take this opportunity to tell you about my other project, Fun University. Fun U is my online papercraft art school geared toward those who like to create. I'm live for 15 plus hours a month in our digital classroom. All lessons are recorded and archived in our library. Each lesson is paired with extensive documentation, extra examples, digital guides built on our own unique guide system, student galleries, and more. We have a unique think outside the kit approach to card making, scrapbooking, and miscellaneous papercraft art. We are perfect for the crafter who embraces the creative process and wants to thrive in the medium of their self-expression. Check us out at fununiversity.com. The first month of classes is always free.